Welcome back, everyone, to Anonymous Addiction Deprogramming Everything podcast. Today, I'm going to be deprogramming step 6 of Alcoholics Anonymous, the 12-step paradigm. When I say AA, I'm talking about AA, NA, MA, CA, all the different spin-offs of Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, listen, this is step 6, where I'm reading this from the Plain Language Big Book, and it's only one paragraph. Now, you're going to be entirely ready. You're going to get entirely ready to be fooled. You're going to get entirely ready to be fooled by Alcoholics Anonymous by reading one paragraph, step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all our defects of character, all our 7 deadly sins. It's going to be vanished, cast out. We're going to make the list, grab our priest, our sponsor, and unload all our little dark secrets. And in step 6, we're going to be entirely ready to have them be vanished. God will take them away. Look, if you don't think this is Alcoholics Anonymous is a religion, the definition, just look up the definition, the belief in and worship of a superhuman powers, especially God, gods, or deities. Higher power, did you ever hear a higher power, greater than ourselves, made a decision to turn our will and our life over to the care of God, and we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character? One paragraph. I'm going to be breaking it down in the step book. This is where they get deep and heavy. You know, first of all, there was no name, no books for 5 years. No book for 5 years. They were still working the Oxford religious group. Okay? It was still the Oxford group, which was a religious denomination. It was a religion. You know, Dr. Bob used to bring his pigeons and tell them to drop to your knees and say the 7-step prayer, which we're going to get into when we talk about the full-length version on YouTube. But we're going to be breaking down step 6 in depth. Get into it. Because even in the big book, 5 years later, this book was written. This book was written, the step book was written 17 years later. And 90 years later, they come up with this version. And still, no solution. Just God is going to take